to finish again about what I was saying, and you can see down on down here somewhere there will be a link for you to see yesterday's video. Some of the things that I've had to now deal with after I was diagnosed is, and I had to write a list because I can't remember them off the top of my head, but number one, seizures. That's something that I mentioned yesterday, is that I do now have to take seizure tablets. But they're under control, so that's good. Number two, word finding. Finding words can be difficult. I think it's the more tired I am, the harder I find it. And also when I'm trying to think about something and I'm aware that I'm having to think more than normal, or to have a conversation and I have to think about a word that I wouldn't normally use, I suddenly get really stressed because I'm trying to find this word, and then it's quite exhausting coming up with the word you're looking for, or I don't find the word. So that's something that actually just it's really exhausting when you can't find the word, you can't find the right word. So sometimes I think it makes sense why people don't always want to speak, because they know that it's going to be exhausting having to have the conversation. But all those things is about timing and about patience with yourself. You have to have some patience, and you have to give yourself a break. It's not your fault. It's not my fault that I get things wrong. It is what it is. 3, I'm partially blind. I think I mentioned that one in the last video, that I can't see here. I can't see here or here. So the things that, unfortunately, I lost my driver's license because of that, which was horrible, because you don't realize how much you depend on things like cars and stuff. But the plus side is, in London, I'm not sure about every other city or area or country, but in London, we have the bus passes and the transport. We have a Transport for London give me a pass because I'm partially blind, and it means that I don't pay for travel, which is, I can't even tell you how helpful that is. If you haven't already checked if you are entitled to have those kind of benefits, do find out, because I didn't know for about 3 years before post-operative or post. Nobody told me. No one said, by the way, the doctors never said, or the hospitals never said, oh, by the way, don't forget, you could go get yourself a free what is that word? Freedom pass, sorry. So freedom pass, I think I said it before. So yeah, do go and check if you're allowed to have that. But that's something that has helped me where I cannot drive now. So next one is fatigue. I've said that yesterday. So that is something I've had to deal with, others have to deal with, is the fatigue. And, working our way around that. Weakness is something that I do have. I'm weaker on one side, and it's strange because my tumour was removed up this side, but my weakness is on this side. Apparently that's normal, that things happen in the other direction from where you've had your surgery. So, interesting. That I have that is quite new now. For a long time, I was told my seizures, I had to up my tablets, and when I did that, which was horrible, having to go right up on my tablets even more, because they make you very tired, and they calm you down. That's the whole idea of keeping, your nerves or whatever it is. It keeps you calm, so it makes you quite sedated. And my tablets were so hard, like high up. I think I was on 1,600 or 1,800 or something like that, and only to find out that actually I wasn't having seizures. I mean, I have had seizures, so I do need medication for it to be controlled, but I wasn't having seizures when they put my tablets up. It was actually, and it's taken 3 years to have this diagnosed, I have, where's the word? I cannot say this word, but it's, this isn't this hot actually, but it's leg movement syndrome. So whereas they thought, because at night my legs were shaking, and that's why they said that some people can have seizures at night, and some people do, that's not like, that does happen sometimes, but mine wasn't seizures. It's because I have this leg movement syndrome, where they say it's because of where the brain and where I've had the surgery and they've, you know, gone into the brain. It means that my nerves or something, the messages going from my head down to your arms, your legs, your hands, because obviously the brain affects everything. And so where I'm shaking at night, or it's more like trembling is what they say, is because this particular part has obviously been affected, because I didn't have it before, and I'm on now medication for it. I'm quite new to having these new medication, and actually it's made a huge difference because I'm getting a better night's sleep. I think before I was sleeping for a good sort of 6-7 hours, but I was waking up a lot and I was so tired every day. So eventually when I went and had a sleep study, and it was when I did this sleep study, and it was after I complained. I literally had to complain and make a fuss about this bad sleeping, and I tried the whole CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy for sleeping, tried the lot, but nothing was working. Anyway, found out this is about this part that's affected my nerves. So now I'm on these tablets. I find I have a lot better sleep, which is great. But again, the downside, I suppose, is that I'm on more tablets. I'm on seizure tablets. I'm on the shaking, don't know what to call it. I call it, my friend said to me once that when you start moving and stuff, you're body hopping, or you're body popping. Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, that's what's happened at night. So, yeah, so these tablets have really helped. So I just thought I'd mention that, because I thought if someone else is having these problems where you're not sure why you're having, you know, this restless night, maybe definitely double check why you're doing it, because I think it really frustrated me. It still frustrates me. I try and let it go. That, you know, I was shoved up on these tablets for seizures, and it wasn't about my seizures. So I really think people should do a little bit of our own research, because something I always say now is that the people you go and see for the doctor, they're specific for the area that they're seeing you for. And I find that where I was assuming it could be seizure stuff, went to my seizure neurologist, went to speak to them to say about it, and they immediately said, right, we'll put your tablet straight up higher, it must be that. And it was like, no one even thought to check if it was anything else. It was just that was there. That is something that can happen to people with seizures anyway, or epilepsy. So yeah, so just something I thought I'd say is that go and double check on things. And it also has changed my confidence for myself, because I was thinking I was having seizures. I have severe anxiety about seizures, because when I did have them and had grand mal seizures, they are so horrible. Anyone that says they don't care about a grand mal seizure, which I've never heard anyone say that they're no biggie, they're horrible. If there's anyone out there that does hear this on one of the websites, is if you do epilepsy or seizures and fancy coming and talking to us, that would actually be really great.